Hey friends, I was thinking about one of our passages from this week, Matthew 5, verse 21, which says, "You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, 'Do not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with his brother will be subject to judgment,' or anyone who hates his brother will be subject to judgment." It just reminded me of how often we posture on the outside while the inside can be totally artificial. I was thinking about a little golf trip I had recently. I have a background in the golf industry, and once upon a time I was a really avid golfer. But the truth of the situation is, I probably haven't played 10 rounds of golf in the last 10 years, but I'm still relationally connected to the golf industry. So I have all these really nice, golf clothes and golf equipment, but I never play. Like, I'm terrible. So I showed up, a friend invited me, and I finally went, and I showed up with all of my really, really nice gear, and I'm certain, based on the comments around me, that everyone thought, this guy must be really good. And the truth is, I'm terrible. Don't invite me to play on your team if you want to win the tournament. I just have all the nice gear. Back in the day, we had a name for that. We would call that person a poser. They're posing as someone who's a really good golfer, and that's totally how it was. Like, I'm not a good golfer. I just have all the nice stuff. It kind of reminded me of that story when I was thinking about this situation where God's really concerned that we're not somehow posing as his followers. And there's this really great verse in the Old Testament, the prophet Hosea, chapter 6, verse 6. God says to his people, "I want you to show love, not offer sacrifices. I want you to be authentic, not just put up a front." And he says, "I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings." More than God wants us to look good, he wants us to live in authentic, loving, gracious relationship with him and with others.